Hello everybody, welcome to a reasonably timed Renaissance Gaming stream, this time not in the middle of the night, but in the morning. See, I can be a normal person sometimes. Gonna be doing some Tempoross for a few hours. I want to get the full Spirit Angler outfit, and that requires 4,800 Spirit Flakes. I have about half of that, so we'll see what happens there. Hopefully my internet connection is going to be fine today. Had issues when I was streaming Lord of the Rings online. I did order equipment for my internet. I ordered a Wi-Fi mesh. Gonna get a couple of hubs for that, but that's still on the way. I think we'll be alright though. Gonna do some group for now. I might switch to solo later. Good morning, Akatsuki. Yeah, I'm trying to do an early morning stream today. Like a normal person. I'm tired of these midnight streams. It's not normal. I'm trying to get 4,800 Spirit Flakes so I could get the full Angler outfit. Or the Spirit Angler outfit, that is. I have about 2,400. And that took me about 5 hours to get, so I'm anticipating needing another 5 hours of Tempoross. No, I'm Central Time. Ah, dang it, I stopped paying attention here. I always do that. I'm still working on playing the game and managing the stream chat. I'm very bad at that. I need more practice. Fishing level right now, we are at 58. And the cooking's at 41, but I'm probably gonna end up cooking all the rewards I've been getting from this all the fish. So that should shoot up my cooking level a little bit. Again, I'm mainly doing this to get the planks, because you can get some reasonable amount of planks from doing Tempoross. That way I can do mahogany homes. That way I can finally get some construction going in my player-owned house, get some of the cabinets so I can get the farming tools, so I can do farm runs while I'm continuing the never-ending grind of Wintertide. I also want to do an agility stream. I've been trying to break up my other streams with agility, but I haven't done agility in a while. Just because agility is such a pain to train, I kind of want to make sure I'm doing a stream every once in a while so that I'm not doing it all at once. Maybe I'll do a little bit of that towards the second half of this stream today. I can never pronounce the name of the town, but there is this place here. Polnivnich. I can go to that agility course now. Haven't been there yet. Oh, hey, Lewis. How's it going? Nice to know I'm not alone in the grind. The RuneScape grind is ever present for all of us. I'm in the American mass world, by the way, if you want to join in. $99 agility at Sepulcher for max stuff. That makes sense. I looked at the Sepulcher and it seems like you get a lot of really nice rewards in there. But the thing with that is, aren't the rewards kind of locked behind certain agility levels? Like you can't really hit all floors of the Sepulcher until you're very, very high agility? 53 more hours till 91 fishing. Is that what you're grinding for, Lewis? Is just the fishing levels? I guess that's what most people do Tempoross for. I'm really just casually trying to get some planks here, but right now the goal with Tempoross for me, I've said it a million times, so sorry, but as more people roll into the stream, I'll repeat a few things, but I'm trying to get my Spirit Angler outfit. I have about 2,400 Spirit Flakes, so I need 2,400 more. I anticipate it needs about 5 hours or so. And then after that, however many planks I've gotten from Tempoross, I'm going to use that for Mahogany Homes. Oh man, that's the second time I forgot to go spear the whirlpool here. I'm like casually fishing here like an idiot. Okay, so you have a very specific goal in mind. You're trying to get that Mauritania Elite Diary. Fair enough. Yeah, I need to get my herb lore and my farming up so I can start opening up all those crates I've gotten at Wintertod. I haven't opened a single Wintertod crate yet. They're all just sitting in my bank. So I want at least like 30, 40 herb lore and farming each. Ideally, I don't know. Oh, the Sepulcher is locked behind a quest. I didn't know that. High combat stats. It also looks like the Sepulcher is very involved. Like, it's not a very AFK activity. You have to pay pretty close attention and click pretty efficiently. Which is fine, I guess. You can't just AFK the whole game. But I'm actually really excited about getting to Agility Pyramid, to be fully honest. Which I'm close to doing. I forget what level agility you stop failing the things at the Agility Pyramid. I'm gonna wait until that time to go do it. That way I can just bring water skins. I don't have to worry about bringing food. Because apparently if you fail one of the obstacles at the Agility Pyramid, you can take 10 damage. So that's kind of risky for me. At 19 HP, like failing once and I'm down to half health. And if I'm not paying very close attention, I'm looking at chat or something. 2 fails in a row will kill me and end my hardcore status. So I want to make sure that I can't fail any obstacles before I head in there. Yeah, fair enough. So I'm pretty far away from being able to do the sepulcher then. I really need to stop procrastinating on the Wintertod. Like, today should have been a Wintertod stream, if I'm being fully honest. Because that's kind of that's my bottleneck right now. I know I've said it multiple times, but so much of this game is locked behind combat. And since I can't level up my combat because I want to keep my HP low for Wintertod, that's kind of what's preventing me from accessing a lot of the content in the game. So I 100% need to finish up the Wintertod grind quickly. I'm just doing this for the planks again, so I can get the farming cabinet, so I can start farming, so I have enough farming so that I can open up the rewards from Wintertod. Yes, Lewis, finish as in get to 99. I'm not gonna grind for like the pets or other stuff. I might in the distant future, but I'm not just gonna stay at Wintertod until I get a pet. I'm just gonna do it until 99, and then if I want the pet later, I'll go back to that later with higher HP. I don't mind. I've made some decent progress. I'm at 89 fire making. It's not too bad. 4.9 million experience. Almost halfway there. Grab a couple more fish here. So Lewis, you're doing this for the fishing experience. Let me ask you this. Are you cooking your fish here? Because I know the strategy for this is going to be a little bit different if you're just strictly looking for fishing experience. I'm doing more of a point strategy. Ah, okay. How many permits do you need for the collection log? Like, what's the goal in the collection log? And that infernal harpoon sounds really nice. Statistically, every third fish will get automatically cooked. That's very nice. Okay, so in terms of the collection log, you're basically saying you want to get the pet and all the other items that this drops. Because you're also looking for the dragon harpoon then, right? Which is a 1 in 8,000, just like the pet. Or actually, isn't the harpoon a little rarer? Isn't it like 1 in 10,000 or something? Well, I hope you get it soon, man. If it gives you any hope, out of all the time I've been back here at Old School RuneScape, the pet I've probably seen the most is the little mini Tempoross pet. Yeah, I know you can get the dragon harpoon in other places, but I figured for the collection log, it might have wanted you to get it here. I don't know. I guess not. Oh, getting it anywhere fills the slot in all logs. Good to know. I was also thinking about getting barbarian fishing figured out, because apparently if I do that, then I can do Tempoross and get strength experience at the same time. But I don't know anything about barbarian fishing other than it's a thing. That's something I never did when I played the game back in the day. I'm sure it's locked behind a couple of quests or something. I should have fished more. I slightly mistimed this. Yeah, so far I've gotten one rare drop from Tempoross. I got a fishing barrel. I recorded all my whirlpool things. I'm saving that for a dedicated episode about Tempoross though, but I'm waiting to get my full spirit angler before I edit everything together and release that episode. But I did get that fish barrel, which I think is 1 in 400. I think I'll probably end up doing all my whirlpool things here at the end of this stream, so you guys can watch if you're still around. I'm going to do a little bit of a longer stream today. I did a lot of real life stuff yesterday so that I could kind of have today off. And it's been kind of rainy where I am. So my dogs have been cooped up inside the house because they hate going outside when it's raining. So today I took them to like a little doggy daycare place that's covered so they can play around all day. Because it felt bad for them being cooped up. So they're out having fun, having a great day, and I don't have to worry about taking care of them today. So I'm totally in Bachelor Frog mode. You just lounge back, drink coffee, play RuneScape. No responsibilities. Yeah, they enjoy going. I like to try to take them at least once every couple weeks or so. Because there's a lot of other dogs there and they all just run around and play and have a good time. They love it. And when I pick them up, they're just totally exhausted. Because they've been playing all day. I'll probably need a break at some point. I don't want to play for like 8 hours straight, but I might do a couple of streams today. I don't know. I'm thinking doing anywhere between like 4 and 5 hours for this, and then maybe another one later. Might try some agility, or I might just go record some single player games. So I still need to do some of that. I'm going through Disco Elysium right now, and I'm having a lot of fun with it, but the game is way longer than I expected. I thought it would take me like 25 hours to get through that game. Nah, dude. Now I'm hearing rumor it's more like 50, 60 hours. It's a fun game though. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Very different than what I usually play, so it's kind of refreshing to try something new and different. Yeah, that game has excellent reviews, for sure. It's in a few, like, top 10 lists of all times already. I think, like, even Metacritic. I like the Metacritic best games of all time list. I think it's a very fair one. You're never going to agree 100% with a top list, but I think their list has like all the major games that I would expect to be on there. Yeah, that's unfortunate, man. Hopefully you can get that taken care of. Disco Elysium should be pretty friendly for you, I think, in terms of playability, because it's almost like an interactive novel game. You really don't do much clicking or much of anything. You just pick a couple of dialogue options every once in a while. Yeah, that's good. I heard with stuff like that, it's also very important to be aggressive with the rehabilitation and physical therapy and stuff like that. Yeah, if I were to describe the gameplay for it, you basically listen to characters talk. The game is fully narrated, so whenever characters are talking, they're actually speaking. So you listen to them talk, and then you pick a dialogue option. So it's very laid back in terms of, you know, what you're actually physically doing with the mouse and keyboard. And you know what? I haven't played around with it, but it wouldn't surprise me if you can even do it through the keyboard. Like if you press like 1, 2, 3, 4 for picking dialogue options instead of having to click them. Man, I remember those Telltale games. I never played them, but I remember they absolutely exploded in the scene. They were like super popular for a while there. Didn't that studio like go bankrupt or something? Didn't they? I don't know. I haven't heard anything from them. I thought I read a news headline a year ago that they shut down or something. I might be making that up though. I did play King's Quest, which was not Telltale. It was The Odd Gentleman was the game studio, but it was kind of in the same style of those Telltale games. I'm not talking about the original King's Quest, although I have played some of those as well on the channel. I'm talking about the remake from like 2015, 2016, somewhere around there. Oh, okay. So they went through a restructuring. I didn't know. The Expanse. See, I'm gonna sound like an idiot here. But what's The Expanse? That sounds like a popular franchise that I've never heard of. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, I almost got destroyed by that fire. Barely made it past it. Okay, so The Expanse is a sci-fi series. The name sounds familiar. Like, I've heard people say The Expanse before. I just never really knew what it was. I might look into it. I'm trying to branch out into sci-fi a little bit more. I'm a total nerd. I feel like I should enjoy that kind of stuff. I just never really got too much into it. I did binge watch Battlestar Galactica back in the day. That's about it though. Alright, I'll have to look into it. For the past like month or so, I've really been looking for like a TV show to get into. Because I'm not watching anything currently, and I haven't watched anything in a long time. And it's nice to have something that, you know, if you have a little bit of a downtime, you can sit down and watch for an hour. So I might look into that. Instead of rewatching something I've already watched, which is generally what I do. Like The Sopranos or The Tudors or something. Oh my god, I did it again. I keep skipping the whirlpool here. Yeah, Akatsuki. I feel like 90% of TV shows do that. You know, they start out really well, and then they realize they're very, very popular, so then there's all this pressure to keep it going, and then they start coming up with all this wild stuff to keep the shows going, and it just isn't the same. That's more of an issue nowadays. So up until recently, you know, people would make a TV show for the passion of it. They had a story they wanted to tell, so they would make a show around it. But nowadays, it's just like data-driven garbage. Like, people will make, you know, one season of a TV show, and then they just hyper-analyze the metrics. See how many minutes people watch, see what point they tuned out of, get the response, and then based on those metrics, they start producing more seasons until they can't milk any more money out of it. That's what it feels like to me anyway. So if you're starting a new show that just got released or something, you have to keep that in mind. You have to keep in mind that if the numbers aren't good enough, they're just going to nip it in the bud. And if the numbers are good enough, they're going to be pressured to just pump out more without really regarding the quality. Maybe that's bad analysis on my part, but that's kind of what I feel from observing. And I'm definitely not saying that about The Expanse, by the way. I don't know anything about that show, other than what you guys are telling me right now. That's good that you're saying it follows the book pretty thoroughly, though. I feel like if you're making a show off of a popular book series, there's a reason why the book did well, and you should probably stick to that. That's what happened with Game of Thrones, right? Like, people loved that book series, so they made the TV show on it, and people absolutely loved that show. But then what happened was they tried to finish the last couple of seasons with material that had not been written in the books yet, and it basically turned the show into garbage and made everybody mad. About to level up my construction here from repairing these masts. All right, man, you're selling me on this. I think I might check it out. Maybe when I do lunch, I might watch an episode, like the first episode of that, while I'm eating my lunch. Hey, Yakova, welcome in. Yeah, sometimes movie games flop, but let's be honest here. What flops pretty much 100% of the time is game movies. Like when they try to make a movie based off of a game. Most of the time, anyway. There have been a few exceptions, but whenever I see a movie being made about a game, I just start cringing. I heard the Last of Us series was spectacular, though. I didn't watch it, and I never played the game, so I wouldn't know. But I heard the reviews were really good for that. And I did watch that Super Mario Brothers movie, and that actually ended up being pretty decent. It was just like a fun... Yeah, it was just like a fun movie for fans of the game. Lots of little Easter eggs and little hints towards gameplay aspects. movies based on games tend to work out better when it's not live action, when it's animated. When they try to do like a live action movie based off of a game, usually it's just cringeworthy stuff. Prince of Persia. Man, that is a... Am I back? Can I get a thumbs up if I'm back? I don't know. It says I'm back, but I don't know. I'm back. Okay. Yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. I get so frustrated because I'm loving the streaming thing, but my internet is just... It's just not optimized for this. I have a disconnect pretty much every time I stream. Sometimes it's worse than others. However, I did order some stuff. It's not here yet. I said it at the beginning of the stream, but I did order equipment to set up like a mesh network so I can increase the stability of my internet, and hopefully that's going to help. Should be getting here within the next few days. The problem is I'm having a hard time diagnosing what exactly the problem is. Like, my download and upload speed are really good. But I don't know, man. I think my internet just kind of drops for a couple seconds every once in a while, and that's enough to stop the stream. And I think that's just Wi-Fi interference. So that's why I'm getting the mesh network equipment. Hopefully increase the stability of the Wi-Fi. But yeah, as a reminder to you guys, if you notice that I am down, just let me know in chat. I will not leave the stream unless I announce I'm leaving. So if I cut off mid-sentence, you know it's my internet. If I say, thanks for watching, it was a great stream, see you next time, then you know I'm really leaving. I don't know, Lewis. I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I'm not the best at troubleshooting network issues. I'm pretty sure it's just the Wi-Fi being a little bit spotty and kind of dropping a little bit. So that's why I'm trying the mesh network thing. I'm really hopeful that that's going to fix the problem. But if it doesn't, then there's no way around it. I'm just going to have to bite the bullet and try to get an Ethernet cable connected to my computer. So that's going to require me to like go up in the attic and find the spot and pull a cable through and find the right wall to drop the cable in, and that might be a bit of a mess, but I'm trying to avoid having to do that. Yeah, Lewis, that's what I have. I have a fiber optic cable. or not cable, I guess, but fiber optic internet. It's the first time I've had it. It's really, really fast, but the Wi-Fi is, I don't know, it's a little spotty. I am pretty far from the router, so I really do think that I'm just not having the best connection to the Wi-Fi. That's why I'm really hopeful that the equipment that I have coming is going to fix the issue. I really hope so. I'm going to be disappointed if not. And you know, it's kind of weird because you figured if my internet was cutting out for a few seconds, I'd also disconnect from the RuneScape server, right? But that's not happening. Like, whenever my stream goes down, my game still stays up. And that was happening during that Lord of the Rings Online stream as well. Like, the stream would cut out, but my game would not disconnect. And Lord of the Rings Online is like notorious for kicking you out of the game if your internet goes down for even just like a second. Yeah, if you connect by Ethernet, then it's a lot more stable. That's for sure. So I might have to do that if the thing I have coming doesn't fix the issue. But that's going to require some wiring in the house. Yeah, you might be right there. I do wonder if it's some software thing, because basically whenever the stream goes down, what I do is I reset Streamlabs, which is what the software I'm streaming from. I exit out of it, I go back in, and that generally fixes it. So I wonder if it is a software thing. But it mustn't be, because like everybody uses this to stream and nobody else has issues, so I don't know. I also wonder if it has anything to do with the fact that I use a VPN. Maybe if I connected raw to the game and to the stream, it would be better instead of going through a VPN. But it makes me a little paranoid to not use a VPN. Some VPN locations get spotty certain times of day. I believe it's... Maybe I should drop that. Maybe at least when I'm streaming, I should drop the VPN. I don't know, man. I get paranoid about stuff like that, though. Because sometimes trolls come in. I don't know if they can like DDoS stuff, or worst case scenario, do like SWAT raids, stuff like that. Just the other day, I mean, last time I streamed Old School RuneScape, some like weird message board online found my stream and they like raided my stream with the express goal of trolling. Grab a bucket, I guess, since my timing's completely thrown off already. Yeah, I agree, Lewis. I guess if it was the VPN, if I was getting kind of kicked off, I would expect the RuneScape server to kick me off the game as well, but that's not happening. Like this time when my stream went down, I didn't even stutter in the game. Like it didn't even lag for a second. It was just going normally. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Might be some problem with Streamlabs. You know, now that you mention it, like I said, that's something I hadn't considered before, but it does make sense. If the game is totally fine and it's just... Yeah, especially if resetting Streamlabs fixes it. I don't know. Maybe after this stream, I will look up issues with Streamlabs, see if anybody else has experienced the same issue. Yeah, I hate that my stream has officially turned into complain about Wi-Fi stream. But oh well. I was very annoyed when I was doing that Lord of the Rings online stream because I was having major issues on that one. And the bitrate, it was horrific. I went back and I watched it. And it was just... I don't know how anybody was watching that thing. It looked so bad. Yeah, I'll definitely investigate this further after this stream to see if maybe it's not an internet issue and it's a Streamlabs thing that's interacting with something on my computer and causing it to bug out a little bit. You know, I should have written down the time that my stream went down. Maybe, you know, writing down the time might help diagnose the problem. Like if it's happening every hour on the dot or something like that, that might be a clue. As opposed to it being random. I'm super behind this round. How is the energy down to 33% and I haven't even fired a single fish yet? It's really not too bad, Lewis, I don't think. You do have to pay attention, but it's not too bad. The thing with group Tempoross is that the timing is always different, so you do have to adjust every time. Like, depending on how many people joined around with you, it's gonna change your timing entirely. So you can't do the same thing every time. Akatsuki, I am stopping Winter Todd at 99 fire making for now, so that I can start getting combat and doing a bunch of the other stuff. And then one day in the future, I might go back to get the drops. Like the fire tome and the pet and all that, but I'm not going to explicitly grind Winter Todd until I get those things before moving on. This is a lot more chill than Winter Todd, I will say. I find it a bit more fun. And it's also a lot less stressful because you don't have to deal with your health or anything like that. Sorry, I always forget to put the music in random. I don't even have my headphones in. Let me do that so you guys aren't listening to the same thing. I'm gonna go to 100 rewards and then I'll start opening up some rewards. Might take another couple hours, who knows. I have not tried HDOS. I think I saw like a tweet or a headline about it or something. Didn't it come out recently? I didn't bother looking too much into it because I kind of prefer like the older, more traditional looking graphics for the game. So even within RuneLite, you can upgrade the graphics here to make the game look a lot better, I guess you could say. But I prefer this more old school graphical style. HDOS is the 2009 to 2011 graphics. Okay, I guess the name is a little deceptive. I'll definitely look into it then. I love this RuneLite client though, it's so great, but I'll take a look at HDOS and see if it's worth a change. Nice, level 60. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look. Oh, that's nice that you can paste your RuneLite settings. Because it took a while for me to get everything set up, and I don't remember how I did it. Dungeoneering. I know we've talked about this before, but whatever happened to Dungeoneering? I didn't think that was a RuneScape 3 exclusive thing. I'm pretty sure I remember trying it out in Old School RuneScape. Or at least RuneScape 2, I guess, before Evolution of Combat. Yeah, see, I knew that, but whatever happened to it? Why is it not in the game anymore? Did they just not put it in Old School RuneScape when they started this? It seemed like people really enjoyed it, so it surprises me that they got rid of it. Okay. Got a pirate over here. I guess I'll go talk to him. All that for 125 gold. Just gonna... No, I'm not gonna drop it. Gold is valuable to me. Just gonna deposit it. Six permits? Are you on group or solo? You must be in group, I guess. That's really good though. 6 permits consistently for group. Where do you get the Infernal Harpoon from again? I looked it up once and realized it was beyond my reach anytime soon, so I didn't really register it in my memory, I guess. Cerberus drop. What's Cerberus? Is that from Desert Treasure 2? Or am I making that up? Ah, okay. I think that's what you call a 3-headed hellhound in mythology anyway. Cerberus. Well, either way. I cannot get an Infernal Harpoon. I don't have a Dragon Harpoon. I don't think I'll get one anytime soon. And I'm certainly not ready to do any bosses. Even if I were to get really lucky and I were to get one of those 1 in 8,000 dragon harpoons here, I can't use it yet. I don't have enough attack level. Oh, we're gonna fail. The storm intensity is 99. Oh my gosh, that sucks. That hasn't happened in a while. Especially in a mass world. It's kind of annoying. You know, I might want to go... I might do one more here in the mass, and then I might try to do a few solo rounds. Sometimes if I get in the right groove, I can knock out solo rounds pretty consistently and get more permits. But there's been times where I start failing it, which is not good. Because even if you fail just once, it basically negates all the progress you've made in terms of getting better rewards compared to group. Gonna move the YouTube chat pop-up here to the other side. Yeah, for sure, mass is a lot easier. In terms of being more laid back, you can just kind of click around. Especially for me if I'm trying to look at chat here, but I kind of want to try solo a little bit today. It's only 15% more permits per hour. I believe you. I guess I should have calculated, like, how much more effective is it really? And is it worth the risk? Because like I said, if it's only 15% more permits per hour, if you fail just one, then you basically negate all that advantage already. Yeah, I've looked up the solo strategies and I've implemented them pretty well. It's just I notice I do fail every once in a while with the solo strategy. Sometimes the fires start getting out of control. I think there is an achievement, though, or a completion thing, where you want to get more than 10,000 points in one round. Which I have not done that. But for that, yeah, you have to keep him at less than 10% energy and basically stall the fight. Alright, you totally talked me out of it. I'm just gonna stay in the mass world for now. I think it's better. It's not worth the risk. I'm enjoying the laid back vibe here. Plus it makes me feel like we're working together, you know, if you're here as well. Are we friends on RuneScape, by the way? Are you one of these people here? Are you Delavis? Hey, Floric, welcome in. How's it going? I hope everything's alright with you over there in Amman. I know it's kind of removed from the conflict area, but you're pretty nearby. I hope you and your family and everybody you know are okay. Okay, that is you. Yeah, I figured we were already friends. Just making sure. Am I in 422? Is that the world I'm in? I don't even know. Yes, I am in 422. Alright, we're in the same world. We might be doing a few rounds together here. Wait, what am I doing? I should be cooking. Yeah, I know there are multiple Tempoross worlds depending on the region. But I guess here, if it's green, it means they're in the same world, right? And if it's yellow, it means they're online, but in a different world. I still need to look into making a clan here for the people who are following the series and having fun in the stream. Hey Flork, no worries. Thanks for stopping by and saying hello though. See you next time. I'm at about 33,000 experience per hour. It's not that great. What's your fishing level, Lewis? You said you're aiming for 91, right? But what's it at right now? $83. So what kind of experience rate are you getting at 83? I'm getting like 33,000, and I know it scales up with level. What's it look like at 83? $63 per hour, so like almost double. Yeah, like 63 is reasonable. 32 is a little slow. You also got better gear. You got that Infernal Spear. Yeah, I didn't really look at the experience strategies. I mainly only looked at the permit strategies. But the crystal harpoon, basically, there's a chance you can get double fish, right? So I guess you just get a crystal harpoon, try to get double fish, don't bother cooking them. That makes sense. For optimizing fishing experience. I'm looking forward to getting 100 permits so I can open them up on stream. That's always fun, right? Opening up the rewards on stream. I can get everybody to send me their positive energy like a spirit bomb in Dragon Ball Z. So hopefully we get some good luck. Oh, okay, I had that wrong then. The 1/3 chance to turn it into a crystallized fish for more experience. Does that crystal harpoon have any other specific use outside of Tempoross? %20 more experience. Yeah, I can see that adding up. So basically, it's a 33% chance to catch one of them with that harpoon. And then it's a 20% more experience. So you're talking about like 7% more experience overall from using the crystal harpoon. And then if you're not cooking, you add that on top of that. It's a faster version of the dragon harpoon for normal fishing. Okay. And you get that from Song of the Elves, right? From the quest? Yes, and charge it with crystal shards. Ah, so it's one of those items you gotta charge up. Alright. Yeah, I really want to finish Wintertodt so I can start doing quests that require combat and stuff like that. I feel like all the fun stuff I need combat for, which makes sense, of course. So trying to keep that HP low is really locking me out of a lot of fun content that I want to get to. But I think in the long run, I'll be thankful that I did the Wintertodt grind with 19 HP. Wow, 12.5% faster than Dragon Harpoon. That's actually a big difference. Gonna forget these last two, or I'm not gonna have enough time to fire all of these. Unlock Cerudoman Brews? I didn't realize Cerudoman Brews had to be unlocked. I thought you could just get them. Thought it was just a regular item. Alright, I'm at 49 permits. Halfway there in terms of doing some rewards. How long have I been streaming for? An hour and a half. That's not bad. So hopefully in another hour and a half I can do 100 rolls here. Hey Eric, good morning. Bon dia. Well, I guess not bom dia. If you're in Brazil, it's boa tarde. You're a few hours ahead of me. Oh, that's pretty crazy. It hits you for max health, so you need to boost above your max health. Sounds scary for a hardcore Ironman. Oh, I see what you mean by unlock Cerudoman Brews. It's not like you need to unlock them with a quest or something. You're just saying because you're an Iron Man, you can't just buy them. You have to make them yourself. Makes sense. I got you now. I'm not familiar with the Phoenix necklace. What does that item do? I'm assuming it boosts you above your max health. Eric, have you ever played RuneScape? Or mainly Lord of the Rings Online? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I'll worry about that when I get to it. Sounds like it's a long ways away still. I think once I finally finish the Wintertod grind, what I'm going to do is start working on quests in a geographic manner. So try to clear up all the quests in Lumbridge, Varrock, Draenor. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, never played RuneScape. Fair enough. Yeah, I was wondering, because we met on that Lord of the Rings Online stream, and you mentioned you played that. Yeah, I ordered some stuff for my internet, Eric, so hopefully it's more stable for streams, so I can do more Lord of the Rings Online streams, because the bitrate needs to be higher for the Lotro streams. I went back and I watched that stream, and it looked so bad with the horrible bitrate. I was thinking that I could stream festivals on my main character. I think that's good stream content. That way I don't have to create a bunch of episodes for festivals and slow down the pace of the actual series. But then I can also participate in the festivals, and it gives me content to stream. Because there's always a festival going on, at least most of the time. Like right now, I think the Harvestsmith festival is active, which I have not played in years. I used to do the festivals as part of the main playthrough, but then I realized that since there was always a festival going on, I was always doing like festival episodes, and it was really slowing down the pace of the series. Yeah, right now for Lord of the Rings Online, I'm still recording the Far Norien and Battle of Pelennor Fields section. And I've come up in the part where I need to do Throne of the Dreadterror, the raid. So I'm trying to get a group together for that, and it's a bit of a pain, but hopefully my kinship can organize something. I reached out to them to see if they can organize it, but it's basically in their hands now. They said they'll reach out to me once they've scheduled something. Hopefully soon. Oh, speaking of Lord of the Rings Online streams, I think they're going to stream Umbar tomorrow. The developer is going to do a Twitch stream showing off the Umbar region, so I'm super excited to see that. Because they said it looks completely different than anything you've ever seen in Lotro, so I'm really, really curious to see the area. I'm going to try to tune in for that. Just so sad because I want to play through it, but I'm so far away still from being able to do that content. That's alright. I'll get to it one day. Yeah, Lewis, I agree. They are repetitive because it's basically the same quests over and over again, but they are very cozy. They are very comforting. I love doing the little haunted house for the Harvest Festival, and I love the Yule Festival as well. What's that place called again? Where you go to for the Yule Festival? But anyway, I haven't uploaded a festival quest in years. Many years. And it's mainly for the reason that I told you, is that I thought it was just taking up too much of the main series and really slowing it down. Eric, I have not streamed from the official Locho channel. That Locho stream that you caught me on, that was the first time I ever streamed Lord of the Rings Online. And I'm generally not a streamer either. I've just been doing YouTube videos. The streaming thing is fairly new for me. With this game, Old School RuneScape, I started maybe like a couple months ago doing a stream here or there. But that was my first Lord of the Rings Online stream. I think if I can feel confident in my internet and make sure that I can stream at a good bit rate without any fear of disconnects, I might reach out to the Lotro team to be able to stream on their channel as well. Every once in a while anyway. I would love to multi-stream. I would love to be able to stream to the Lotro Twitch channel at the same time as I'm streaming to my personal channel here on YouTube. I think that could be fun and good cross-promotion. And yeah, Lewis, that's what I'm thinking. I might stream festival stuff and then do like a hyper edit of it. And instead of making it its own episode, just do like a 5-minute recap at the beginning of a regular episode. But yeah, I don't want to stream Lord of the Rings Online again until that internet mesh equipment that I ordered comes in, which should be hopefully by the end of the week. So once that comes in, I'm going to set everything up and I'm going to really stress test my internet, and I'm probably going to try to stream privately, like not actually publicly, and just kind of try to stream for a couple of hours, see if there's any issues, and if it's reliable, then I might do a few more Lotro streams. Because I realize in order to stream Lotro, I have to do it at the max allowed bit rate, or it just looks like garbage. And I don't want to put out garbage. Guild Wars. I never played, but it was one of those games that I had a very close eye on when it came out. And I was always thinking about maybe playing it, but I was too busy with other MMOs and stuff like that. Like Lotro. And I think I was playing RuneScape at the time, too. Is Guild Wars still going strong, or is it kind of migrated over to private servers now? Oh, that's good to hear that it's still going strong. Man, you're an MMO junkie then. World of Warcraft, Guild Wars, RuneScape, and Lord of the Rings Online. You're insane, man. I already think I'm crazy for trying to do Lord of the Rings Online and RuneScape. But you've got like 4 going on. $40,000 daily players is pretty beefy. I feel like that's way more than Lord of the Rings Online. I actually have no idea what the numbers look like for Lord of the Rings Online. Yeah, fair enough. Man, those were the good days. The kid days. You know, no job, no responsibilities. Just hang out, play your games. $500,000 daily? That's insane, man. That's so many people. Lotro's around 40 to 50,000. That sounds pretty reasonable. I wouldn't contest that number. Yeah, I did know that Old School RuneScape and Final Fantasy Online are like the 2 biggest ones at the moment in terms of player base. I looked that up well, I didn't look it up, but there was a video that was recommended to me on YouTube recently about the most active MMOs with recent data, and Old School RuneScape and Final Fantasy were at the top of the list. RuneScape 3 was relatively low on the list, actually. It was Old School RuneScape that was, you know, the king. And probably still is, I'm assuming. Which is great for me, because I love the game. And I'm now getting into it, so... I don't know. Honestly, I'm a little surprised my Old School RuneScape series isn't doing a little bit better. Not many people are watching it. I thought it would bring a lot of visibility to my channel since the game is so popular, but... It's kind of what I've realized is there's a bit of a paradox. It's like the more popular a game is, the worse it tends to do on my channel, and I think that's just competition. I think the more popular games, there's just so much people creating content for it that mine gets kind of buried. It tends to be the least popular games that do the best on my channel. You're right, it's absolutely crazy that Old School RuneScape has such dominance on the market and it's always attracting new players. Yeah, there's a lot of content creation for Old School RuneScape. I'm also not oblivious. I fully realize that the style at which I do my Old School RuneScape videos at are not what's gonna bring a lot of people in and watch it. I'm literally just sitting there, casually going through the game, reading quest dialogue, and I know that's not what most people want to see. I mean, for God's sake, I had an episode where I went through the Stronghold of Security and I read all of the dialogue. I think what's really popular now is like very specialized restrictions, restricted accounts, stuff like that. Yeah, you know, like everything in life, it's people who do the very basic things, but do it very well. And that's what Old School RuneScape does. There's nothing fancy about it. It just does the basics extremely well. It's like in martial arts, you know, would you rather have the fighter in your corner that has practiced 10,000 different kicks one time each, or the fighter who has practiced one kick 10,000 times? It's like you'd rather have the guy with the basic kick that's been practiced 10,000 times. That's kind of what RuneScape has done. I don't know if that's a good analogy. You get the point, though. The Old Republic, 100,000 daily. Nice. Someone was telling me that there was some drama recently for that game. That it was kind of on the verge of shutting down. So when you're telling me 100,000, that kind of surprises me. It's on the decline. I don't know, man. If it really has 100,000 daily players, I can't imagine that being a decline. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on that game. I'm just kind of parroting what I've heard here or there. It's tough out there, man. It's tough to be an MMO. It's so competitive. It's hard to bring in new players and retain your current player base. I have respect for MMO studios. It's not easy. Just gonna go with the raw fish here, or I'm not gonna have enough time. Yeah, a lot of the MMOs have tried the microtransaction things to stay profitable, and for some it worked, for others it was the last nail in the coffin. Yeah, honestly, what I'm super impressed with Old School RuneScape is their monetization is really good, I think. Like, you got the members, so that brings in a lot of money. And of course, you do have certain transactions, which is just the bonds, but it's super fair because you can essentially get bonds by playing the game relatively easy. There's really not a spam of microtransactions, and obviously the game is profitable. So Old School RuneScape does it really, really well. I've certainly heard of the problems with microtransactions in RuneScape 3 though, and how people are very upset by it. So it's interesting that they're able to do it so well for Old School RuneScape, but when it comes to RuneScape 3, they have the monetization thing completely off. Like, I know recently there was a whole drama with the reward track for RuneScape 3 that people are super mad they can basically pay your way through it. Yeah, the season pass thing. I guess it's two completely different teams, right? Even though they're both RuneScape, it's two completely separate teams that are working on the games. So I guess it does make sense that the monetization's completely different. I don't know, though. You figure that they would learn from each other, right? So Old School RuneScape is so successful and profitable, you figure they would apply some of that to RuneScape 3. Or maybe I'm just talking without knowing the details, because I don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Maybe Old School RuneScape is not that profitable, and the income from RuneScape 3 is kind of propping up Old School RuneScape. Who knows? It's kind of like the airline business. When you look at the financials of airlines, apparently people who get regular airplane tickets like me barely cover the expense of the trip itself. It's all the people that buy like the first class tickets that essentially pay for the whole trip. Okay, so you're saying RuneScape 3 earns more revenue. That makes sense. That's kind of what my suspicion was, that maybe RuneScape 3 is propping up Old School RuneScape a little bit. Yeah, that makes sense, Lewis. That totally makes sense. So maybe that's like their 4D chess move, you know? Maybe their true passion is creating a great game in Old School RuneScape, and they don't care about RuneScape 3 at all. They're just using it as a cash cow to prop up Old School RuneScape. I know that's probably not the case, but I don't know. Fun theory to think about. Okay, there you go. Apparently it's a meme in the community. RuneScape 3 taking one for the team so that Old School RuneScape can thrive. Yeah, I definitely followed, at least peripherally, the drama with the season pass thing, and I just saw a ton of rage. Rightfully so, I think. But you're kind of surprising me with Necromancy. I thought Necromancy was well received, was it not? What's the problem with Necromancy? Was it just not what people were expecting or something? Okay, so it sounds like the issue with Necromancy was mainly that it's just poorly balanced. They made it a little too overpowered and it needs a nerf. I feel like that could be an easy fix though, right? I mean, it sucks to get it wrong. But at the same time, it sounds like if they nerf it a little bit and rebalance, it could kind of bring things back. You can't fix the damage that's been done, like everything falling in value like that. It'll go back up over time if they fix it. So I understand that even if they do fix it, you know, there's already a sour taste in people's mouth, but doesn't mean they can't rebalance it and try to fix it. Oh, that's weird. So instead of nerfing Necromancy, their solution is to try and buff up all the other combats. That is weird. You're right, that makes the game too easy. That's not fun. Yeah, I don't know. Stuff like that kind of upsets me. I hate, even though I have nothing to do with RuneScape 3, I don't think I'll ever play it in my life. It does upset me whenever there's a game that people are really, really passionate about and really invested in, and I see it slowly getting ruined. That's always upsetting. Yeah, that makes sense. Like, if they buffed everything, but all the enemies and challenges stay the same, then it essentially just makes the whole game easier. You'd figure they would just nerf the Necromancy, right? Not only does that sound like a better solution, but it also sounds easier on their end. Because then you're only messing with one skill instead of having to mess with, like, every combat. I don't know. I'm not going to pretend to know how to fix these things. Yeah, that's a very good point. If the skill has been out for a couple of months and now people are used to the combat the way it is now, if you nerf it, you are going to upset a lot of people. That is true. But in my opinion, you always have to think about the long-term solution, right? Like long-term, what's going to be best for the player base and the game. You might have to make the short-term unpopular decision for the long-term appropriate decision. But a lot of MMO players can be very short-sighted, right? They want like the immediate results, so I could see like the immediate negative effect upsetting a lot of people. Yeah, that's why it's so important to get it right on the first time, right? You never want to be in a situation where you're trying to fix a mistake, because you're going to upset people no matter what. That's why it's so important to have like a beta test server or something like that, so you can get all those balancing kinks worked out before the release. Yeah, it sounds like they took a big L, though. It sounds like a lot of people just left the game over the last couple months, especially over that season pass thing, at least from what I've been following. I've just been reading headlines and watching a few videos, but I'm not really deeply ingrained in the situation. Yeah, that's fair, Lewis. You know, one thing they could look into is something similar to what Lord of the Rings Online does, where, you know, you can have these bosses and these raids, but you could have it at multiple tiers, right? So you could have like a tier 1 run for the casual players, and you could do like a tier 2, which is more challenging, more difficult, a little bit better rewards for the players who want a bigger challenge. Maybe that might be something that's worth looking into for them. So people were leaving due to the necromancy imbalance, but Hero Pass basically took it to overdrive. Oh, they already have a hard version, but even that's too easy now. Interesting. Yeah, it sounds like they're just basically having a lot of balancing issues. And that's one of the most important things in an MMO, you know? And I also don't want to criticize too much, because I've always thought about what a nightmare it must be to try and get those things right. Like, I don't think we fully appreciate how difficult it is to create a balanced MMO where the challenge is just right. It's not too easy, it's not too difficult. It's just right to provide a really tough challenge, but keep it doable. And then when you add on all these other components as well, like different classes and different combat styles, and it must be so hard to get the balancing just right. Like in Lord of the Rings Online, for example, like trying to keep the balance between the classes, so like one of them is not super overpowered and they're all about the same. That must be so difficult. Yeah, you're absolutely right. It should not blow all the other combat styles out of the water, you know? It should be relatively equal. With combat, I always believe that it should always have like a rock, paper, scissors type of mechanic to it, right? Where each style has its own advantage and disadvantage. Overall, they're all about the same, but they each serve a different function depending on the situation. That's always what I think you should strive for. It should never be like, well, necromancy is the way to go. Just do necromancy and you're going to be fine. The discussion should always be more like, well, all combat styles are pretty good. Necromancy is probably the strongest overall, but if you're in this situation, you want to use melee. But if you're doing this boss, you probably want to go with magic. That's how the discussion should be. There should be nuance, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Yeah, you should not have a combat style that just blows everything out of the water in every instance. That's just ridiculous. Well, hopefully they fix it. Hopefully they come up with a good solution, even if it has a little bit of a negative short-term side effect. I mean, they've already done the damage, right? So it's not gonna go back to the way things are, but hopefully they can mitigate the damage going forward. It sounds like there was a very, very big response from the community. And that's generally what is going to kick the developers in the butt to do something about it. Yeah, you know what? What I really like about Old School RuneScape is that the community is very involved in it. I know there are the polls and things like that, and I know at the end of the day the developer gets all the final call, but I feel like Old School RuneScape is a super, super protective community of the game. So if the developers are thinking about doing anything, they really take that to heart. I think they're much more cautious with their updates because they know that the Old School RuneScape community is just super protective of the game. Which I think is really nice, because at the end of the day, these MMOs are about the community, and it's nice to see a group of players be so passionate and protective about the game that they like, to the point where it affects how the developers view the game and how they treat the game. And again, I don't know much about RuneScape 3, but it almost feels like the development team on that side kind of treats the game like a cash cow a little bit. Whereas for Old School RuneScape, it's more like, okay, we got this great game going, lots of people love it, and we want to keep giving them great content, and we definitely don't want to piss them off, so let's keep them involved. It just feels like Old School RuneScape gets treated with a lot more respect. And again, I don't think that's a coincidence. I don't think that's just developers being nice. I really think that is largely in part due to the community. Like, you're not going to get away with some nasty stuff in Old School RuneScape. You might in RuneScape 3, but in Old School RuneScape, there will be riots. Yeah, you're right. If RuneScape 3 is the main moneymaker, I could see the investors being very, very involved in decision making, which is not always the best for players. Isn't the company that owns Jagex thinking about selling it again? I know they were bought a few years ago, but I think the people who own it now are already thinking about selling it again. Four different owners in 6 years. Dang. Wow. The good news, at least from what I've seen, is that every time it sells for a lot higher than it was bought for. So that's good. You like to see growth. In fact, I saw a video about somebody who was complaining about the season pass thing for RuneScape 3. And they came up with a theory which makes sense, that the reason they released this cash grab season pass is because they're trying to work a deal to sell Jagex. So they're hoping that the season pass will increase the revenues significantly so that they can point to the books and see, hey, look how much more money we're making now, and then get a better deal while selling it. That theory kind of makes sense. So his theory was almost like, well, we don't care that we're getting a lot of player backlash right now because we just want big numbers on the balance books so we can show it to the potential buyers. Yeah, for sure, Lewis. You know, I've thought about that concept a lot, and I kind of want to... There are a few things that I kind of permanently do on my channel, like the Lord of the Rings Online series, for example. I think something that I want to do on a more permanent basis is trying to do an indie game every once in a while. Like have indie game month once a year or something like that. Because I think that's where you can find a lot of those passionate games. It's not a big studio that's trying to get a bunch of money. It's just a small person or a small team that's very passionate about something and wants to create a really nice game. So there could be always gems in indie projects. I think it would be cool to perpetually have one up on my channel, like once a year or something. I do a lot of indie games as it is, but I think making it like an official thing would be cool. Alright, 15 more permits and then I'll start doing some whirlpools here. So maybe 3 more rounds. 3 or 4 more rounds. I don't think I'll get all the spirit flakes I need from 100 rolls, so I'll probably have to do a little bit more, but that's okay. But 100 is a nice even number to start rolling at. Yeah, we can open our things together. Maybe we'll luck out and get a pet. How many have you stacked up right now? Wow, you just blasted 1,000. Anything good? Oh yeah, those are definitely good rewards. You basically got everything then except the pet and the harpoon. But you already have a harpoon, so it doesn't matter for that. Oh yeah, and the big harpoon fish, which I guess doesn't really do much besides just being in the collection log and being a nice little trophy for your house, but probably one of the less useful things you get here. The second wave came early. You got the heron? Dang, man. That's a really hard one to get. I don't think I have it in me to do the fishing trawler to look for the heron. Because that's the best place you could get the heron at. Like you said, you can get it from regular fishing, right? But it's so much more difficult to get it that way. So that's really lucky of you. Oh, wow. You were harpooning swordfish and tuna for half an hour and you got it. What do you need from Tempoross to change the appearance of your heron to the little blue one like this one right here? Is it spirit flakes? $3,000 flakes. Alright. Yeah, you'll easily get 3,000 flakes if you're going to 91 fishing. Oh, nice. You already have it and everything. Yeah, I remember when I was grinding fishing trawler for the angler outfit. About halfway through that grind, I was like, yeah, I am never gonna grind for this heron pet. I refuse. I was not a fan of doing fishing trawler. For whatever reason, I just did not like that minigame. Oh wow, you've been grinding Tempoross for a long time then. If you have the Spirit Angler outfit, you've upgraded your heron, and you got 5,500 in the bank. Yeah, I really like doing Tempoross. Obviously, I don't want to do it for like 100 hours straight. That would bore me, but it's a great mini boss here, and it's good to get on the rotation, right? You want to get things on a rotation. You want to do a little bit of Wintertod, a little bit of Tempoross, a little bit of agility. Go do some quests. Repeat. But never put fishing trawler in that rotation. Not going back there. And I had reasonably bad luck in fishing trawler too, I remember. It took me a lot more runs than the average expected runs to get my full angler outfit. What was it? Let me see. Let me see if it's still up here. Yeah, fishing trawler. I had to do 76 runs to get the full angler outfit. Well, 75, because I went back and I did one more for the Ardoin Easy Task diary video. I know you don't have to do the full run for that diary to complete, but I wanted to show it for the sake of the video. Yeah, something like that, Lewis. I don't remember. There's a good article on the wiki about like how many runs it should take, and then there's also a graph like your percent chance of getting the full outfit based on the number of runs. So I don't remember exactly, but I remember I was significantly above average. What happened with me is I was dry for a really long time, and then I got them pretty quickly. So I think I had like 0 pieces 50 runs in, and it was driving me crazy. And then like between runs 50 and 76, I got all 4, something like that. Oh, you were kind of backwards, so you got stacked up front, and then your last one took you forever. Now, I remember getting to like run 50 without a single piece. Something like that. I was losing my mind. You know you're losing your mind when you start like researching, like, am I doing something wrong? Is the drop rate really this bad? Or am I missing something? Do I need to do something special before this thing drops? That's the point I was at. Yeah, the classic, the game must be bugged. Definitely not me. It's definitely the game. Going slow this round for whatever reason. Dude, I love the RuneScape wiki. I love it when games have so much data and information and you can just spend hours reading the wiki. I really like reading like the lore about things and learning about the game in that way. So I love just sitting down and reading wiki pages. Yeah, for me too. I know you obviously have a lot more experience with different MMOs compared to me, but by far the Old School RuneScape wiki is one of the most impressive wikis I've ever come across. For anything, really. Even going outside the scope of games. Oh, I can't stand the fandom wikis. They're just gross. But yet the RuneScape wiki, man, I can't say enough good things about it. There's so much information on there. There's information that you would never think you'd want. And then some. Sometimes I'm looking things up and there's so much data on there that I end up having like 30 tabs open. Yeah, fandom is very spammy. There's like a lot of ugly stuff on the sides and ads and pop-ups. It's just not good. The Old School RuneScape wiki is just so clean and professional. It's perfect. Yeah, you're right. That's one of the coolest things is like they have tables for experience rates and what to expect when you're doing a grind, and tables comparing the different strategies for grinding a skill so you can figure out what's best for you. My timing's all wrong here. I need to go load these fish up. Yeah, I had awful timing this time. I don't think I'm gonna get to 100 permits on those 3 runs. I think it's gonna have to be 4. And this is number 2, I think. I'm jealous of your consistent 6 permits. See, the thing with the wiki is you don't need to use it. You really don't have to. It'll just make your life so much easier. And I agree with you. I really enjoy using it. I think it's so much fun to get in there and research and learn and figure out what's going on. I find that a lot of fun to do. You may have noticed some of my Old School RuneScape episodes, I try to add a little bit of lore. So if I'm doing like an episode in a specific region, I like to go to the wiki and read about it and learn a little bit of the lore history and try to incorporate some of that a little bit into the episode. It's part of the fun for me. All right, 96. So hopefully I can get 4 this round, hit that 100, and then I'm going to open some up. Dang it. I got hit by the fire. I was being stupid. I guess that's the second time in 3 hours, though, so I can't complain too much. I hope I can still get the 4 permits. Looks like I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm starting to think that your theory might be correct. It might be a Streamlabs thing and not an internet thing, because I'm streaming other stuff in the background. That didn't hiccup at all. Old School RuneScape didn't hiccup. It didn't look like my internet did anything weird. So it might be a Streamlabs thing. Why did I tether myself? What am I doing? Oh, energy's almost down. Need to get up there. I don't think I'm gonna get 4 tokens here. Oh, yeah, especially now. I thought I was tethered, but I was on the barrel. Might have to do one more round before I open up whirlpools. Yeah, very weird. Resetting Streamlab immediately fixes it, so I'll look that up after stream. All right, perfect. I got 100. Nice. Let me grab my fishing net here. Where is my fishing nets? I wish the bank had like a search feature. That would be super helpful. That's a big fishing net. There we go. Small fishing net. Okay, I'll wait for you. Let me know when you're ready. I'm just gonna hang out by the whirlpool. Yeah, I know this this person gives you a net, but I had 3 in my bank. I don't want to keep stacking nets. I've kind of separated my rewards as well in my bank so I can keep it all together and see what I got. Yeah, this is all the stuff I've gotten so far. Actually, I think there are a couple more fish here. Yeah, like the tuna. Gotten some of those, but yeah, these are mainly the rewards I've gotten. Lots of jewelry. I didn't expect to get so many like gold bars and jewelry and things like that, so that's been nice. Yeah, I guess we could go to a more quiet world. Let me see. I guess just go to this one, 421. I'll meet you in 421 whenever you're ready. Yeah, nice and peaceful here. Actually, while I'm waiting for you, let me withdraw my spirit flakes because I'm trying to get to the 4,800. That way I can kind of keep track on how far I am from that. Yeah, I'm halfway there, 2461, and I think I had to open like 160 whirlpools for this, so I'm still probably going to be pretty short. But I might take a quick break after I open all of this. I'm getting a little hungry. I might want to eat something. It depends how many spirit flakes I get. If I'm really close to 4,800, I'll just keep streaming. If it looks like it's still going to take a while, then probably take a break and finish up later. I wonder if I can fill up my water skins on the boat. That's something I can do. Sounds like something I should be able to do. Just have to make sure I leave before the game starts. No, it doesn't let you. I want to fill these up for when I go do the agility pyramid. Yeah, you're right about that. I got a lot of food. I got all those cakes I stole still for me to use at Wintertod, and then I got all this fish here, and then all this fish here. I need to cook these fish though. Alright, Lewis, hopefully our luck can rub off on each other. Maybe we'll get double luck. 2 pets coming in. Cooking montage? I don't know, maybe. I might just make it part of a stream. Alright, let's do it. You ready? I'm going in. There's probably a delay between me saying this and you actually receiving it. But I'm going in. Let me know if you get anything interesting. I like these caskets because you get all the jewelry and gold bars and stuff like that. Man, this is going down too quick. I'm already at 86. This is really what I'm hoping to stack is some of these planks. Oh, I got some pages. I don't think I've gotten pages yet. You got 25 pages, so you got a dupe, I guess. Feathers are always nice. You get a beefy chunk of feathers, 1,500. That's pretty good for a no-shop Ironman like me, because getting feathers is otherwise a giant pain. So this is actually pretty nice for me. Yeah, for me, this is a lot better. For you, most of this stuff is just junk. But overall... Oh, I did get it! I got it! Oh my god, I did get it! I got the pet! And I didn't even realize it. I realized from your chat. You have a funny feeling you're being followed. Your new pet has automatically been insured. If lost, it can be reclaimed from Probita in Ardoin. Gotta throw a woohoo in chat, dude. I can't believe that. Well, let me talk to him. Something smells a bit fishy around here, doesn't it? Very creative. You've met your nemesis. Could you not? That's the spirit. I'd give that a 9 on a scale of 1 to 10. Carp. Seems like I've already hooked. Whale. You don't need to be a brain sturgeon to come up with these lines. My god, these puns. Oh my, that one krilled me. I can't believe it. That's a 1 in 8,000. That's my first pet. I feel a little guilty, Lewis. I'm not gonna lie, because you've been grinding this for like 30 hours or whatever. You deserved it more than I did. But I'm glad you're here with me for this. That's cool. It's much better than doing this by myself. I'm glad that somebody was able to share in the experience. So you got the much more difficult pet. You got your heron. I guess I can't complain about the trawler anymore. You're right, Yakovo. Nice, man. From now on, all my loot rolls, I'm going to wait until Lewis is in the stream. And I'm going to have him stand next to me for these rolls. So when I'm ready to open all my Winter Todd crates, I'm going to wait until you're online. Well, that was it. I definitely can't complain about those 100 rolls. I got some planks, I got feathers, but I got the pet. Very cool. So he just follows me around now? What do I do if I pick him up? He's just in there. And then I use him. Wait, how do I get him back out? I don't want to put drop, because that feels like I'm dropping the item. But is that how you do it? Do you just drop it? I have no idea how pets work. Okay, you do drop him. That makes sense. He's a cute little guy. I like this pet. It's one of my... I know it's one of the most common ones, but it's one of the ones that I think looks a little bit cooler. Sweet. What am I at? I'm at 3860 in terms of the Spirit Flake, so... I need another 100 or so. If you had to guess, since you've been doing this for a long time, how many reward pools do you think I need for another 1,000 Spirit Flakes? It sounds like you're getting reasonably lucky too, if you're getting all these dupes, these 25 pages. It's just you already have most of the stuff. But hopefully, me and my little tiny Tempor can give you some luck here. $32 to $64 every 4 loots. 90 permits or so, and I'm getting like 4 per... Man, I'm doing bad if I'm getting 4 permits on average. Oh, you're done with your rolls too? I guess you got a bunch of pages, but I'm assuming nothing too interesting. Well, I guess I started at 2,800 and I got to 3,860. So yeah, I probably need around 90 to 100 permits. Not the good kind of luck. You'll get there. You'll get there. Between now and your 91 fishing, there's a good chance. Man, I feel so disappointed. I was like yapping away, not even noticing anything. I got the pet and I was just standing there like an idiot. And it took me looking at chat to realize I got him. That's cool. Thanks for the luck. I feel like you're involved in this somehow. So I appreciate it. I want to figure out what I want to do. I want to stream some more, but I want to take a break. But I also don't want to have like 2 streams. I don't know why I don't want to have 2 streams. That doesn't make any sense. It just feels weird to me to have like stop this stream and then come back in like an hour. But I guess I could just do that. Yeah, I guess we are some pretty lucky fishermen. See, this is a nice duo. I got my stupid angler outfit that I almost killed myself over trying to get. You got your nice spirit angler, and then we each got our fishing pets here. This is nice. We're an unstoppable fishing duo. Yeah, because for me to get another 1,000, I guess it's going to take about as long as it has taken me up to this point. Because that 100 rolls got me about 1,000. And I've been streaming for a little over 3 hours, so yeah, I can't go another 3 hours without a break. I'm trying to decide what to do. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open these caskets. That's what I'll do. Oh, nice. Rune full helm. I'll definitely need that. That's another lucky roll. And a rune medium helm. And a bunch of gold bars and some silver bars. These are pretty good too. And then emerald necklace. I can make no, I cannot. I'm looking for sapphire necklaces to make the game necklaces from. But that's very nice. The rune full helm. That's really good. Because there's no shop. That's actually going to be a pain for me to get. But now I already have that covered. Oh. Dang it. So I should open the casks before or after I do clues? Wait, so if you have clues in the bank, you can't roll anymore? Is that how that works? Let me deposit all this stuff. Oh, you can only have one of each clue at a time. See, I had no idea. Because I have 2 clues here. But I guess they're different tiers. I have this beginner and I have the easy. Oh, okay, I guess that makes sense. Ah, dang it. So I've opened a lot of caskets already, but... oh, well. At least now I know. I'm really glad you were able to tell me that, so I know to hoard my caskets before opening them. Because I need some sort of jewelry for this. I think I need a gold ring, which I haven't gotten yet, but now with the gold bars, I think I can make the gold rings. Yeah, 1 out of 20 for easy, 1 out of 33 for medium, and 1 out of 50 for hard. Those are actually pretty good odds. So I should have saved up the caskets. Oh well. I can't complain. I got the pet. I can't complain about anything. I've lost all right to complain about RNG in this game, at least for another 150 hours of gameplay. Pirate treasure quest. Well, I think I can craft it. I think I can craft a ring now. The problem was the gold bars, I think. But I got plenty of those now. Actually, let me look here. Crafting. I might still not be high enough in crafting. No, I can craft a gold ring. No, the problem is the ring mold. That's the problem. I need to get a ring mold. But I think I can get that with construction. I think my construction's high enough to build that cabinet thing for the ring mold. Where's that under? Is it storage? Yeah, it's gonna be like tool store. Oh, it doesn't tell me what it does. What tool store gives me the ring mold? Do you know? Oh, there's a crafting stall for 5 thieving. Okay. Yeah, I guess that's the easiest way to do it. So I guess I should definitely finish these clue scrolls before I open up all my other rewards. And then tool 4 store is 44 construction, which I already have, so I could do that as well. And I have to get the tool store 4 anyway, because I need the tool store 5 for the farming stuff. But either way, I can do that. Let me remind myself like what I actually need for my clue scrolls. I just remember needing some sort of jewelry. Oh, I also have a hard clue scroll. Let me like move this here so they're all together. Let me withdraw all 3 of these and just see. Blow our raspberry heiress in her tent. Equip. Yeah, I need a gold ring and a gold necklace. So I have the gold necklace as a reward already. I just need to craft the gold ring. And then this one was emerald ring. I need an emerald ring, a sapphire amulet, and a bronze chain body. So yeah, I could probably make these already. And then for the hard clue scroll, this one was I think this is the old man at the barrows, which I've never been to. I don't know if it's safe for me to go there yet, if I can even go there, so I'll have to look back into this. No, I don't have the clue plugin on. Just because I haven't done much with clues yet. Let me see here. Clue scroll. What does it say? Show answers to clue scroll riddles, anagrams, ciphers, and cryptic clues. Let me look at the settings. It's just on or off. Let me just turn it on. Yeah, so I guess it says here. So location is Varrock. What's this stash unit? You know what the stash unit is? Then the anagram, yeah, the strange old man near the barrows. Stash unit is a unit you can build near the clue location where you can store items needed for the clue. Weird. So you're saying, like, for example, if I go to the old man by the barrows, I could build a storage unit next to him? That sounds weird. Okay, that's super convenient. All right. So I might actually record an actual episode of me crafting all the jewelry I need and then doing some of these clue scrolls. I'm really glad you told me not to open those caskets. I've already opened a lot, but at least now I can hoard them until I do these 3. What do you think about this hard clue scroll, the old man at the barrows? Is that something I can do? Are there like high combat mobs over there or something? I don't even know where the barrows are, if I'm being fully honest. I've never been there. I have to do some quests to unlock access to it, but not dangerous. But maybe a bit with only 19 HP. Yeah, so maybe I'll just stick with that easy and medium clue scroll for now. Man, see, I learned something super important. I had no idea you could only have one of each clue scroll at a time. I actually did think about that while I was playing. I was thinking, you know, I got some clue scrolls in the beginning of my playthrough, but I haven't come across any in a long time, and I guess that's the reason. It's because I literally cannot get any more. So good to know. And actually, you know what? I'm feeling a little hyped up right now after getting this pet. I'm feeling hyped. So I'm gonna keep playing for a little while. I'm gonna postpone my break a little bit. I'm gonna hop back onto the mass world, and I'm gonna keep doing a little bit more of this. I don't know if you're gonna keep playing, but I'm hopping back to 422 to do some more Tempoross. Looks like I'm back. I'm sorry. I know that's super frustrating. But I don't know when the stream crashed, but I was saying that I'm super hyped up now after getting this pet. So I'm going to postpone my break a little bit. I'm going to do a few more rounds here in the mass world. How can I not be hyped up, man? It's exciting. And again, I don't know if I'm repeating myself from before the stream crash, but I'm a little disappointed that I didn't notice it right away, so I couldn't have like a big reaction. I was hoping I could get like a good reaction to getting the pet. But it caught me a little bit by surprise. Yeah, so I'm back on World 422. I'm doing a little bit more mass Tempoross. I'll do this a little while longer. If the stream goes down again, then I'll probably take a break. And then during that break, I'll read up if there's any issues with Streamlabs and try to get this figured out. I did. I got the hardest reward out of the way. I wasn't even here for the Tempoross pet grind, but I got it, so... Yeah, I mean, if I want... Well, I guess you said I don't need to get the Dragon Harpoon from here for the log to count. I can get it from somewhere else, so... I guess you're right. I guess I got the hardest one out of the way. I do want the other things, like the tackle box and the Tome of Water and all that, but... You're right, this is the hard one to get out of the way by far, so... Plus, it's cool. I finally have a pet that can follow me around. I feel like my account is official now, you know? Your account's not official until you have a pet. Skill pets, current XP. What do you mean by that? I didn't know that pets had stats. So small, so anger. I like that description. That's pretty funny. Oh, it's only on RuneScape 3? Fair enough. I love stats, though. Anything that tracks stats, anything of that sort, I can really get behind. That's why I love this Rune Light thing that literally keeps all your stats. I love that so much. Like, I can just open this up and be like, oh yeah, I did fishing trawler 76 times. Here's the loot I got from it. Black bears. How many black bears have I killed? 1. That's the one that almost killed me. How many imps did I kill? 56. I love that. I love that it tracks all this. Okay, that makes sense. So you'd be able to see how many times I've killed Tempoross. Which is how many, by the way? Uh, 290... No, those are permits. I guess it doesn't track specifically my Tempoross kills. That's just my reward pool rolls. But I know you can check like on the log. Oh, you can set your XP goal and it calculates how long it'll take you. XP globes, is that what it's called? Nah, I'm running around like an idiot. No, don't go through the fire. Oh, the pathing on here is so bad sometimes. That was dumb. I was running around like an idiot. XP globes. Let me see if I can find it. Yeah, right there. XP globes. So tooltips, XP left, actions left, XP per hour. I'm not going to turn this on right now. I'll mess with it later. But yeah, that does sound helpful. I'm not really tracking like my fishing level here. I'm really just going for the rewards for right now. But maybe when I'm grinding something else like agility, I'll turn that on. Oh, that was already the second round. Whoops. All right, let me turn this on just to see. $71 kill count. What's your kill count out at? I'm curious. Oh, I see. It's up here. Current XP, actions left, XP left, XP per hour. Oh, nice. And it doesn't take up that much on the screen. You can just hover over it. That's actually a very nice UI design. I like that. $230 skill count. I thought it would be more than that. I guess I've done Tempoross more than I thought I have. This is probably like 9 hours in for me. It feels like I've just gotten started with this boss, which it is true, I guess, but I'm already 9 hours in. Something like that anyway. 225. That's pretty beefy. Yeah, I think I was talking about that earlier. That if I unlock Barbarian Fishing, you get a bit of strength experience as well. How do you unlock Barbarian Fishing? I'm assuming it's behind a quest, right? No quest needed. He's in a hut near the Barbarian outpost near the waterfall, northwest of Ardoin. You just talked to him? Ah, dang it. Wasn't paying attention. I missed that double fish spot. It's alright. I'll make it work. Oh, I would need 20 or 35 strength before I can unlock it. That's what would keep me back then. 'Cause I'm only at 19 strength. I'm doing horrible this round. Wasn't paying attention. I'm trying to do something on my phone here real quick. Oh no, I thought I tethered. Ah, yeah. This round's a disaster for sure. Oh well. I haven't gotten a single fish off the cannon yet. I like how I blew away all my cooked fish as opposed to my uncooked fish. Yeah, we've been going ham on RuneScape for sure. I kind of planned on it today. Like I said, I did like everything I had to yesterday. And I got the dogs into daycare today, so like I said, I'm on Bachelor Frog mode. Just playing games all day like a degenerate. I'm thinking I'm just gonna stick it out and get that Spirit Angler outfit this stream. I might just take like a 10-minute break but not cut off the stream. Or maybe 15-minute break just so I can eat something. And just go for it. So I don't want to do a short stream to finish this up. I just want to get it done. Well, actually, I don't know if I have any food in the fridge. I think I have to cook something. That might take me a while. All right. Yeah, you definitely are in the break. We have been going hard today. A little too hard, maybe. Yeah, and thank you for the... I don't know. I still think you were involved somehow in my luck. If you weren't here, definitely I would have just stayed in the mass world and just straight up started getting my rewards. But with you being here, basically, I had to switch worlds, and I waited for you, so the timing was perfect for that role. So I can confidently say that if you weren't here, I don't think I would have gotten the pet. Yeah, we can just keep the story at that. I barely made that tether. No, misclick. I'm getting sloppy. Maybe I should take a break. I think I will, actually. I think I'm going to make this my last round as well. And then I think I'm going to take a break. I don't know what I'm going to do this afternoon. I might do another stream. Or I might just do some recording. Either a single player game. Or I might record an episode of RuneScape and do those treasure trails. I don't know. Yeah, the adrenaline from the pet wore off a little bit. I know I got hyped up there for a second, and I was like, screw it, let's just do this. Another 3 hours, we're just going to finish this right now. But now I'm hungry, starting to set on me, so I think I am going to take a break. And like I said, I don't know, maybe I'll do another stream later, but don't hold me to it. I'd say it's probably like a 50-50 chance at this point. We'll see. If I do stream again, I'm probably going to mix it up a little. I might go do like an agility Winter Todd stream. Maybe a little bit more Tempoross. I don't know. We'll see. Well, yeah, that's going to do it for me right now. I'm also going to look into the whole Streamlabs thing and see if I can make it more reliable so there are no crashes. Definitely appreciate you guys pointing out in chat when the stream did go down so I could try to get it back up as soon as possible. And as always, thank you guys for being here. It makes it so much more fun for me when there are people here with me. It's never fun to stream to nobody. Well, it doesn't matter. I always have like other things that I'm doing if there's nobody here. But it is more fun when there are people around. Oh, I'm attacking the seagull. I don't want to level up my HP. But yeah, that's going to do it. Yeah, you're welcome, Yakovo. I'll definitely see you next time on the next one. Thanks again, Lewis. Glad you were able to get some Tempoross in as well on your journey to 91 fishing. You'll get there soon enough. You'll get there. See you guys next time.